Hey guys, welcome back. This is Jury Rig Garage. I'm Davis. This is Tristan here. Today we're going to continue with building the 5.3 LS motor for his Tahoe. Where we left off, we just got the whole rotating assembly in, rods, pistons, crank, got everything all torqued down. Jesus. Got the timing chain all put together. Tristan went ahead and bought some new lifters.
Freaking crow.
Yeah.
What's WD?
You're going to be hearing the crow in the background a little bit. I got the lifter soaking in some oil. We're going to clean up the push rods, blow some compressed air through. Tristan did buy new lifter trays, but one of them decided to, come a little broken in shipping right there, the one on the bottom. Got new front cover, rear cover. Basically just trying to replace all of that stuff so it doesn't leak. We want this to be kind of like a sealed deal. Got the cam position sensor. He's getting the crank position sensor in. I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning up some of the stuff like oil pan, valve covers. I have it right over here. I'm just gonna spray some degreaser on it and should be good enough. We're not gonna paint it or anything like that. Get head gaskets in, just basically complete the whole short block. So we're gonna go through that process now. I did hurt myself. You might see that my middle finger is a little bit bigger than the others. It's because it's bandaged. The Furo bit me, guys. I was just working on it, trying to fix the reverse switch, and was prying and just sliced my finger right open. So yeah, I'm gonna let Tristan do most of the work today because my right hand, I don't want to really mess with it right now.
Hate when that happens.
All right, guys, we're back. We got most of the stuff mostly clean. We got the oil pan, just kind of scrubbed it down with some engine degreaser and hosed it.
Did you get a chance to do the valley cover?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
And then we got the windage tray, a couple nuts holding it in. Tristan got the oil pump installed here. Basically just lines up with the crank sprocket, whatever it is. We weren't able to put the new one on because this one is just like fused on. We'd have to get a puller, and
yeah,
there's no reason to need to replace it. You got the oil pickup all cleaned up, so that will go in there. I guess check for the O-ring, make sure.
There is none, so I'm gonna need one. But
yeah, good thing we checked that.
Maybe we got it. So this only goes on the one way, huh? Okay.
Yeah. And that's one upgrade that you guys can do is ICT billet makes a bracket that adds a second bolt hole for it, because as you can see, the oil pump has 2 holes, but the oil pickup only has the one, so it doesn't make much sense. We'll get that on.
Like that? Nice. Okay.
Get the rear and front cover on. We can get the oil pan on, just got to clean it up first. But we're making progress. We just have a little bit more to clean up, get all the gaskets out of their boxes, get this, all put together, but it's coming together pretty quickly here. All right, guys, we're kind of at an impasse here. So nothing's labeled with the gasket kit. We have a couple options. We have a green gasket, we have a black, or I guess I keep saying gasket, O-ring. We have a black O-ring, green one, and a red one. Seems like the red one's the only one that fits, but there's no guarantee this is it. Also, to my feels maybe a bit too loose. We can't get the red one in, or sorry, we can't get the green or the black one in at all, even with WD-40. So this is kind of a critical, thing, an O-ring for the oil pump. You don't want to fire it up and have no oil pressure, so.
Yeah, and then there is one in town close by, so we're thinking about just going to get it just so we know that it is right.
Like, I mean, the red one looks like it fits in there, just fine. And it actually makes, seal. This is too small, green one. Or sorry, too big.
And the black one is also just a little bit too big.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, this is a critical thing. I don't want to
I think it is the orange one, but I'm also not against buying a new one.
I mean, do you want to fire this up and have no oil pressure? That's kind of like the thing.
I don't want there to be problems.
Yeah, guys, and if we're going out, we're getting Popeyes. We're definitely gonna, make the trip worth it. We need to fuel ourselves to build this motor here. This will also give some other things time to dry. I did hand dry this and then spray it with some compressed air.
Yeah, we've been soaking these bad boys.
Yep, those lifters probably just need a little bit more time. And then we'll just clean up these, spray some compressed air right through there. See if I can get it.
And then dunk them in oil too.
Yep, just to make sure they're clean. Don't want any contaminants hitting those new lifters. These are LS7 lifters.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then we bought the good stuff for RTV. This Mopar stuff was tested on Project Farm, and it did super well. So that's what we're going to use to seal up the motor.
Yeah, I recommend anything from Project Farm. Or at least anything that he tests.
I mean, yeah, his testing is indisputable, right? It's not just like, oh, I've been using this for 50 years.
Yeah, like that's also the reason why I used Castrol for the Bonneville, and I used, what is the one I was using for the Camaro? The oil.
The VR1?
Yeah. Well, okay, so the oil I was using before, like the reason I'm using the certain oils I do is because Project Farm.
Super Tech or something.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. But yeah, Just want to make sure because I'm just so afraid that we put that O-ring in, it's just going to have no oil pressure. It'll probably be fine with that red one, but, you know, better safe than sorry.
It can't hurt. It can't hurt to go get it.
Exactly.
To make sure. But hopefully we don't run into anything else like that. But, like, when I looked up this engine kit on Rock Auto where I bought it, it doesn't tell you all of the things that are included. It's just an entire kit. And so a lot of these, like, I don't know what they go to, like those, like these. There's a lot that we're not going to use, like some of these.
Throttle body stuff.
You know.
So new knock sensor gaskets, that's pretty good.
The valve seals and
it's like this is for
like
the oil filter, I believe. Well, no, not even that. I don't think. No, not that.
The valve seals we don't need. We already have those new.
Yep. Well, we got a new water pump gaskets, and that's the thing. Like, what are these other two for?
Yeah, who knows? And then, like, this one is also a very odd O-ring. What's that for?
I wonder if these are all oil pump gaskets and oil pickup tube gaskets, and they're just like figure out which one's right.
That seems like a bad way to do it.
Yes.
But also a good way to do it if you're selling one kit for like 100 different engines that are the same.
And this doesn't include anything.
It just shows you a picture of what you get.
Nice.
Yep. It'd be nice if they labeled it.
Anyways, better safe than sorry. We'll go pick one up and then we'll compare them. And if it's, the same, then we'll know.
And then I'm going to give them a call just to double check that it's at the store.
Yep. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Just want to take this time to remind you to join us as a member down below. You'll get access to our videos early. So if you like watching our videos, you can watch them ahead of time. You can also leave a like, comment down below, all that good stuff. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick up that O-ring, go get some Popeyes. We'll be right back.
She on there, boy.
All right, guys, got the new O-ring in there. It looks like it was either between the orange one and the black one. It looked like closer to the size of this one, but it still had some resistance like this one going in, so I don't know.
I think it was probably the black one, maybe, because it was really hard to put in, so I had to put it as far as you can.
It wasn't that hard, but yeah, I actually might need to take that off to get to this.
Rip.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll leave it loose.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going anywhere. But yeah, the windage tray done. We'll be able to put the front cover on. We'll torque these down to spec here. One thing they do say when you're putting the oil pump on and putting the front cover on is to get some like feeler gauges in there just to space the oil pump gears while you put the front cover on. I think we're going to skip that step because I don't have a feeler gauge to do that with. You need like two. One other good tip that you can do is when you're putting on the front and rear cover is you want the surface between the actual block and the cover to be flat. So get one of these triangles. Once you put it on, you can square it up perfectly, bolt it in, tighten it up. Then that way it'll be like the best surface to put RTV on, so there's no leaks on the oil pan. We're gonna go ahead and get this on, probably flip it over, get front cover on, get lifters in because it's been soaking for a while. The push rods are also cleaned and have been soaking. I mean, they don't really need to be soaking in oil, but just need to get some oil in the center of it. They're all clean, so they won't jack up the, lifters when we go to start up the motor. So yeah, getting there. Got our Popeyes. We're all fueled up now. Gonna build this motor here. All right, guys. Tristan got the windage tray in. I guess we'll just check these. The torque spec should probably just be like 18 foot-pounds or something.
If they're 18 foot-pounds, they're tighter than that.
Oh well, it's fine. We got the valley cover here cleaned up. We're gonna go ahead and pull off the gaskets for the knock sensors. I have this tool. I don't know if it has a part number on it, but this is a great puller tool. It's good for like front main seals, rear main seals, any type of seals that are like this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop these out. Yeah, probably need 2 feet on there. Oh, there it goes. Nice and easy. And this actually gives us good room in here. I might actually get a metal wire brush on a drill and just kind of clean up the surface. Then we'll just tap these guys in. We should be good to go. All right, guys, we just got our nice new, reused torque to yield bolts reinstalled here.
Doing good. We just torqued them down.
We looked up the instructions on how to check valve lash, and we're just like, no.
22 foot-pounds of torque.
Yep, and then we rotated it once, checked them again, they're all good. And now you can see they all like move up and down and stuff. Oh god, I can't do this one-handed. Oh jeez. Anyways,
it does the thing.
We took the oil pickup tube off. We filled the oil pump with oil,
which is now leaking all over us.
But it's better that it's primed and good.
So now we're ready to pretty much get the second cylinder head going.
Yep.
And I mean, we could put the valve cover on, but
we now know the process for this because we had to go and look up a bunch of different things.
Yep.
Like the torque spec and the torque ratings. Online some, it's like what was it? The 22 foot-pounds.
22, and then 90 degrees, and then 90 more degrees on the final pass on the big bolts, not these small guys. And we're like, Then we looked up, like we often do, look up at our own videos of when Vince and Davis put together Vince's 6.0 or 6.4 now.
Well, it's a 6.7.
Oh, 7. Yeah, you're right. And they stopped at 80 foot-pounds. Right? Yeah, you did like 25, 50, and then 80?
Yeah, we did like 22, 50, 80, or 75 or something.
And these maxed out at like 90 after the 90 degrees the first, second time around?
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay.
Another 90 would definitely wreck it.
And then also, we torqued Vince's rocker bolts to 22 foot-pounds, and his engine's still living. And
it's
it
a
makes
high-performance,
a lot more power than this is gonna
high-performance 6.74 weight stroker. This stock truck motor, I'm not concerned.
What if the head just falls off?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Well, we got
a time crunch going on, so we're gonna try and get this stuff.
Clean up that oil.
We need to clean up the oil, and we'll try and get this head on as quickly as possible.
Yep. Yes, sir. Alright guys, we're back. We just got this side on. This, you might have seen some weird stuff in the time lapse, I'm not sure, but this valve, or at least I think it's just the spring, is making crazy noise when we're rotating it. So here, I'll let you hold that. It makes like a creaking noise, or like a tinging noise, like it springs under a lot of tension.
You'll hear it.
It is, obviously, but... So that's a releasing. I'll just flip it over again. All the other valves are fine. It doesn't feel weird either, it just makes noise. Oh, should check the torque again.
I will say that the noise is kind of less and less.
It'd make a tick, 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 tick.
The more that we, and then when it was under tension, it would.
So it's still 22 pounds, yeah.
But what I'm noticing in this cylinder head is.
It's gonna be so hard to see.
It is. So there's rust all on the valve seats of each one of these. You can see that at least. You can't see the back of the valves are a little rusty too, but this one has rust actually on the valve stem. And I'm thinking that if the valve is rusty, it going in and out of the hole could be creaking. I definitely want to blow the intake valves out. But anyways, guys, not great. The rust is pretty bad, but I don't think that's going to affect the running too much. Yeah, look at your glove. Oh my god. I see chunks of rust coming out.
It's really not as bad as Tristan's. Oh, but you can see the dust.
Look, there's rust all over like the valve.
Oh, look at my thumb.
Yeah, no, I see that, but I see also rust all over here now.
Yeah.
But nothing really changed inside that. There's just rust on the back of the valve and whatnot. So I really don't think that that's going to help.
No.
We're just kind of limiting the amount of rust it's going to make in the cylinder, but that's just going to combust anyways.
We're just going to send it, so.
Yeah. That rust isn't going to really hurt anything.
Yeah, I'm going to flip it over, see if about getting the...
You're going to be able to flip it over?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
nice.
top heavy.
True. Well, we're at least gonna get the oil pan on because it's created quite a mess on the floor.
No gas or anything. We're just gonna put like 2 bolts in or whatever to hold it.
And also, good thing that Davis noticed there was no drain plug in this thing, so we also picked that up.
Let's throw that in too.
Oh yeah, probably a good idea.
Get the oil filter.
Also got some oil filter, and pretty much just brake fluid and brake clean.
Like cross threads, wrong size.
And you just take the impact, ugga it.
I think this is the right size. I didn't even look up the right one, I don't think.
Oh, you didn't? No. You just assumed?
Well, this was the one that you had the deal on, the Fram Force.
Uh-huh.
So it was a different part number. It wasn't listed on their website.
Oh.
But it still had the 5.
Hey, look at that. It works.
Yeah, it still had the 3506 or whatever.
I wouldn't normally go with Fram, but on an engine such as this, and because we got a deal.
Oh, yeah. We got the deal.
We got, like, the deal.
$36 for oil filter, 6 quarts of oil.
5 quarts. And then the 6th quart was more expensive.
Yeah, $10. They really
Oh, my God.
They really get you on the...
The 1 quarts? Yeah, they sure do. Well, we got 6% left on the battery. We're going to swap batteries real quick. We're going to put these the knock sensors in the little holes.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. No, Davis. No. Davis.
Why not?
No. We've already broken so many knock sensors, like at least 2 or 3.
Even just by hand, me doing that was like... Ooh, what the hell was that? Oh, ratchet.
That's like the second time
I thought something fell out the bottom of the motor.
Oh my God. Now we'd have problems. Yeah, there goes the crank.
All right. Nice. Looks good. I mean, it's missing on some parts, but you know.
Well, I'm gonna put the parts.
We got new valve cover gaskets as well as the bolt. We just found those. Got those gaskets in. All right, guys.
Just on it.
I mean, I can get some oil that fell off the side. Just oil up that O-ring, you know. But guys, yep, you just stick this boy in like that.
It's too bad we didn't get a metal one, but it is what it is.
Yep, and then you just push that side in and should be good to go. Well, actually, maybe we should check what direction it's supposed to go. I believe that's the right way. It'll also make sense with the shape of the head of it, but yeah, put that on. We could actually maybe snake the rear cover on. All right, guys, well, we just threw the rear cover on because we're like, heck and why not? But yeah, we'll just square this up real quick. Oops. But that is a flat surface. You know, we did
that seal looks good.
Yeah, did the straight edge so we know for certain that it's straight. And then the front cover will be easier, obviously, since we can get to it.
I like how simple the front covers are for the LS's. Unfortunately, like the front cover for like the 3800, you know, it's got the water pump built into it, and it's got all sorts of things in it, the crank and the cam sensors, and I just like this better.
Yep, way easier.
Way easier, like way more simple. I like that the water pump jackets like come out of the side, not the actual timing cover.
Okay, that's squared. You know what's a big...
He's doing it legit.
A big oof, guys. These were my good pants. I didn't even realize it.
You know what I said, guys? I said was.
Yeah. Was.
They were.
They was.
They was. Look at that. He's squaring it away.
Yep. Never gonna leak.
Well, never say never. It's a little soon for that.
Nice. So we'll just dry up the surface and then do
the
some
oil
of that
pump.
Mopar RTV. Get the big old gasket here. And get this big boy out. And this will actually be a sealed motor. Alright guys, this is a cool tool. So it's for dispensing RTV. Also, like we showed you, we got the Mopar stuff. But it like squeezes it out just like a toothpaste dispenser. And what we're gonna do.
Ooh, careful now.
Oil. I also went ahead and on these surfaces, like I said, we squared it up. I got a razor blade and cut off any excess gaskets.
Oh, so good idea.
Perfectly, you know, flat.
How hard are you squeezing?
Not hard.
Nice.
And also, it's like a gun. You're able to apply it much easier.
Because
than just by hand. You know.
If you guys use RTV, it is a bitch to squeeze that out of the tube. They make it real difficult for you.
Yep. So I recommend buying one of these tools. I saw it on Speed Academy.
How much?
It was actually kind of expensive. It's like $30.
$30 for that. That is expensive, but yeah. Do what you gotta do. The spray, the right stuff. So you can get like the right stuff in an aerosol can.
And they run out, and it's like doesn't work anymore after a point.
Or it's like really good for the first use, and then clogs itself up, and you can never use it again.
So this is better because you can buy the cheap RTV tubes, and then use it like a gun.
Except that one wasn't cheap, was it?
$30, but I mean you can use it, you know, unlimited. It's not like aerosol, like it'll run out.
That tube?
No, not the tube. No, that was like $8.
Oh, that is cheap. That is cheap. Because the Mopar branded is supposed to be the best, and so $8 is pretty dang good for that. Because it costs about $5 to $8 for a tube here. Hey, look at this oil pan alignment and torque critical C service manual. Well, shoot, I happen to lose my service manual.
Where's the service manual?
To my 03 Silverado that this came out of.
All right, guys. We got it done. It's an upside down engine. So we got the front rear cover on, oil pan, got our TV in the corner, squared away everything. Hopefully this is a perfectly sealed engine and it never leaks oil.
You got this?
Ever. Oh, Jesus.
You got it?
No, that needs some help. Yeah.
Found the tape.
Yep, found the tape. So it's going to be dumb and fray and not cooperate. There we go.
Davis, why would you want to do something like that?
Be fancy.
Want to protect this engine? What the hell's wrong with you?
I know, right? Not like how we normally do things.
That is definitely not how we normally do things.
But, you got this all done?
Is it the brand? I don't know. Oh yeah, China.
China.
Nice. Finest Chinese your money can buy.
Hell yeah. So guys, I think in the next video, there's really nothing else we need to do to this motor, particularly that wouldn't require us to pull from the Tahoe. So Tristan and I are going to talk about it to, figure out our planning and our timing for everything. But plan is for him to bring the Tahoe over here. We yank everything out of it, tear the front end out, pull the motor, and then just straight swap this in. Swap over the intake plenum, the accessories, water pump, well, we do have a crank pulley, which we could just install, but whatever. Then just throw it together, fire it up. He'll drive it for a couple thousand miles, and then it'll be for sale. So if you guys are interested, keep an eye out for that. We'll let you know. It's months out from being at that point. But also my Mustang for sale, the supercharged and 6 swapped 08 Mustang, makes over 450 wheel horsepower, and have some other stuff for sale, like those drag tires, full spare motor, engine parts. All right, guys, well, that will do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you guys want to join us as a member down below, you'll be able to watch our videos ahead of time. We'll release them early for members. If you want to, support the channel other ways, leave a like, comment down below, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time.